And we're live.
Hello.
Hello and welcome everybody to today's watch party for Big Trouble in Little China, one of my favorite films of all time. I am joined by our granddaddy CEO Robin Block. Hello and welcome.
Thank you very much for having me on this show tonight. The reason I'm here is because everybody else declined.
Yeah, no one wants to work with me apparently.
I was the last man standing who was available. So,
Happy to have
but
someone with me.
yeah, Darman, I haven't seen this movie for years. And like I love it. It's such a terrific movie, so much fun. John Carpenter at his finest. And just like amazing casting, amazing effects. And I hope you all enjoy it with me, with us. And we're just going to banter a bit back and forth. So one of the things that we'd love to do is get as much interaction from those of you who are in the chat, and those of you or the YouTube chat, and those of you who are in the Discord. Please, like, ask questions, comment, and yeah. Sharon's saying awesome office. Thank you so much. I'm running out of places to put film posters for stuff that I work on. And very soon you will all see the new poster we have for Aliens Expanded, which goes into crowdfunding on September 6th. And that new poster is like absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited, but I'm going to have to struggle to find wall space for it in my office.
I've seen the poster. It's amazing. You're
Yes,
all
I'm
in
very
for a
excited
treat.
about that. And I'm very excited about Aliens Expanded because, you know us for doing these mega long, massive documentaries on genres and eras, right? And that's great, but we can only really give each movie we cover a small amount of time. And so with Aliens Expanded, we want to tackle one property, one movie, but go in super deep, and really unpick everything, strip everything away, and really like dive deep into this movie and like totally nerd out about it. And I'm really excited because there's something new. It's a new challenge. And if this goes well, if we knock it out the park, and the team I've got on this is like world class, like Ian Nathan, who we will know from our films, and very well respected film journalist, author. He's going to be fantastic. So this is really exciting. If we can make this work, then we're going to tackle other movies, under the expanded kind of brand. But I'm very nervous. So if you're into aliens, please support this project. It's going to have a whole interactive year-long experience, lots of live cast and crew Q&As. There's going to be a whole vidcast series. Like, it's a whole interactive documentary experience, and we've never really done it on this level before. So I'm really looking at it as like a collaborative experience for everybody involved. But I will stop pitching it now, and we should probably watch it because Dom is giving me looks.
Exactly.
So,
I'm not here being looked after by Robin. I need to look after Robin. That's the difference. So, speaking of looking after Robin, would you like to count us down the 5-second countdown to start the film?
yeah, well, I think I've got it on the right space, and I've got my subtitles on. Right.
Good.
All right. So should we go for it?
Go for it.
There is a digital only creative VC release for Aliens Expanded. Um, uh, but I'll tell you more about that as we go on. All right, so do the countdown. All right, so everyone, can you sync the 20th Century Fox logo?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do it on the count of 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Press play, everyone.
Yeah.
And while this 20th Century Fox logo kicks in, let's have rundown of the folks that are joining us today. I'm scrolling up so far. Over on Discord, let's see. We have Icy Matty, Mad Matt 42. We have Sharon, Calbot, Lizard Man, Green Raptor, Hannah Rose Artist. So
Hannah's
many
joining. Wicked.
folks. Andrew popped in briefly for a moment to say hi and bye. I miss you, buddy. Come back. David Mays, Edward the Black Prince, Robin here to keep Dom in check, like I said, other way around. Kiss Kaloo. It's Fraglord as well. So nice to have all of you joining us today. And over on the YouTube chat, we have Government Cheese. The movie never gets old. You're damn right, it never does. James Hellier, the immortal Rimus. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Likewise.
I just love how this film starts. Like
the funny thing about this start here, this whole point of Egg Shen telling the man in the suit about Jack Burton, how he should leave him alone.
Showed great courage.
I believe it was edited in afterwards, like after a screening or something, because
really?
No one really got that Jack Burton. Well, someone told John Carpenter Jack Burton needs to be the hero of this. So the movie doesn't exactly give that impression, because we all know he's not. He's just present.
Kiskaloo saying that this has got kind of in fact, responding to Sharon saying that this has got Prince of Darkness vibes. Like, I totally
because
agree.
Of the cast.
Yeah, I mean, I went to see Prince of Darkness, a screening of Prince of Darkness a couple of years ago in a church. We're in a crypt.
Oh, wow.
A crypt in South London. Yeah, it was a really cool screening.
Was that before you knew me? Because if it wasn't,
no. I knew you because we were doing In Search of Darkness. I think we had done the Kickstarter for it at that point.
Ever happens again, even though I'm not in the UK anymore.
Well, I love this bit. When I was a kid, I wanted to be able to do that thing.
So I had one of those spheres with the electrode in the middle, and you touch it, and the electric comes to you. I used to do that whenever I watch this movie. I get the little orb and just touch it. And this music as well, Robin.
Well, I can't hear
John
it.
Carpenter
Well, I'll do a little bit, and I love the way it's all in the reflexes. Yeah,
plasma ball. That's right.
Can we just have a moment to appreciate Kim Cattrall?
Oh, you don't need a moment to appreciate Kim Cattrall.
She's just wonderful. Also, just want to thank James Hellier for his kind comment about Aliens Expanded. I'm very nervous about this project because it's something new for us. And I just want it to go really well.
I like to think Jack Burton is my spirit animal.
Yeah,
I wish I could live the way he does.
So I think you were going to ask me about when I went to see John Carpenter in concert.
Exactly right, because his music is something special, and he does the soundtrack here. And it's the most rock and roll of his soundtracks in any of his films.
So I went to see John Carpenter live in London, and
I'm jealous.
It was an amazing show. If you ever get a chance to see John Carpenter perform with his band, people were flipping out. People were it was like a religious experience. People like this, right? But they had the John and his band and his son and everything were on stage, and then behind the band they were playing clips from the movies, and it was so cool. It's one of the best gigs I've ever been to. So he went through all of the soundtracks for all of his movies, and I highly recommend it.
Just making me more and more jealous now. If he ever comes to Vegas, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going. I'll check out if John's touring right now, because I need to know.
David's just posted a picture. What is Jack eating? Dean Cundy again.
Well, Jack's eating just some kind of sandwich, a delicious looking sandwich. I don't know what's in it, but I want it.
I miss movies like this. There wasn't just this. There was loads of cool movies in the 80s that had this kind of vibe. Like you can tell everybody on this film has had a brilliant time.
I think shooting was actually a nightmare for them, if I remember
Really?
correctly. But the good thing about this movie, you're saying there's a lot of films that had this kind of energy. Yes and no. Like Jack Burton is the atypical 80s action hero, but he is in the wrong film. He's like Commando in the wrong movie, which I love.
Directed by John Carpenter. When you think about it, John Carpenter is very versatile as a director. I know he got pigeonholed in horror, but this isn't a horror. This has got horror elements, but this is really a comedy.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
An
you know,
adventure film.
Starman has a huge romantic,
Yeah.
not even
Science
subplot.
fiction romance.
Very, very, very sort of multi-talented director, John Carpenter, and I would have liked to have seen what he could have done in other genres as
If
a
he was given a
filmmaker.
big budget and
Big
separate and he
budget
wasn't
and
shoehorned into horror. Yeah.
By the way, John Carpenter returns in Search of Darkness Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell people that? Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell people that, but you can.
I can tell people that.
uh yeah, growing up, I did believe that Jack Burton was the hero of this film. I don't know why, he clearly isn't. But I love I've not seen a film with this kind of energy, like towards the hero. I have now. I recently saw the film Bullet Train with
I love this.
Brad
This
Pitt.
knife cuts the bottle in half.
Yeah. But yeah, Bullet Train with Brad Pitt, that has the same energy
I'm
to
just not
this.
excited about that movie.
You really should see it. It's quite a
Is it
fun
good?
film. It's a good film. It tries to be a bit
In
too
search, so James Helly
Tarantino.
is saying In Search of Darkness 4 needs to be stretched into the 90s. 100%. So, hey, can I try something out on you? Like, this is for everyone watching and
This is for the
listening that
audience, not
digs In
me.
Search of Darkness. So, In Search of Darkness 3 is going to be the last one from the 80s. And then next year, we're doing In Search of Darkness 90s. So, Rocco, who's one of our producers, calls the 90s the lost decade. So, what I was thinking was calling it In Search of Darkness 90s, exploring the lost decade of horror. Right? How does that sound? Can you give me some feedback on that? I love 90s horror. We're going to keep all the same social handles. So it'll still be, at 80s horror doc, but then we're just going to start posting up loads of 90s stuff
we
after
need we
after
need to get
October.
Some feedback on the idea of the
So
name.
if you think it's the lost decade of horror, the 1990s, then let me know. If you think that's a terrible idea and I should come up with something better.
Yeah,
Why
as a
is it the
kid of the
lost decade?
90s.
Hey, I didn't come up with it, James. Rocco did. Uh what define what he thinks by lost? I don't know. I think that the 90s as a decade, because it's coming off the back of the 80s and everyone loves the 80s, gets overshadowed by it.
I'll tell you why it
So
is. I'll
yeah.
tell you why the lost decade kind of works. I don't associate many of my positive like horror movie memories with the 90s, but when I think about it, I do. I'm like, oh yeah, Candyman's from the 90s and Scream's the 90s. How could I forget that? And that's probably why I lean towards the lost decade.
I just want it to feel like the whole aesthetic behind 90s horror needs to feel it this if when we move into the 90s, and I don't expect we'll do a trilogy in the 90s, maybe we'll do a part one and part two. But I want the aesthetic for In Search of Darkness to evolve. So it's more closely aligned with like the 1990s nostalgia um aesthetic. And I haven't quite figured that out, but I'm excited about it. It'll be nice to do something new apart from the 80s, but I can tell you the stuff that I'm seeing from In Search of Darkness Part 3 is epic. It's so good. We've got a
Just
whole bunch of new interviews, amazing people.
just seen a message
Yeah,
from
I'm excited.
Fraglord in our Discord chat. Showed the thing to their film students last year, and they were bored. Fail them. Fail those kids.
New Nightmare is amazing. I
New
watched that for the
Nightmare.
first time this year actually. It was really clever.
That's the first time you've seen New Nightmare?
Yeah, I haven't watched. Sharon is saying that the 90s is an interesting decade. It is. So Rocco's been giving me a list of movies to
Must
watch.
watch movies.
Watch movies, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, yeah, the Blair Witch Project. I actually got that on Blu-ray. Um, very, very different. So back to Big Trouble in Little China. What's happening here?
Well,
Kim
our
Cattrall.
heroes, yeah, our
Love
heroes are
Kim
going
Cattrall.
to the airport, I believe, to retrieve Wang's beloved with creamy emerald eyes, I believe. This is the beautiful thing about this film. It feels like the Warriors, right? Like everyone has like a gang and everyone knows them apart from our fish out of water here, Jack. It's beautiful. It's like just stepping into this very well established
Wow, Kim
world. And
Cattrall, 66. Icy Matty saying, wow.
she wears it well. She has barely aged, honestly. A lot of these people have barely aged. Kurt Russell is some warlock. He still looks amazing.
I want I want sunglasses like that. The guy who's got like the
The slit in the
yeah, like the
sunglasses.
Eskimo like snow blindness ones. This is
Oh,
cool.
this soundtrack as well. It does feel very Prince of Darkness.
This is wicked. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, this accidental things just seem to happen as well, much like Bullet Train has that same energy of things just
And
falling
the
into
girl with the green
place.
eyes, she's gone.
Mm-hmm. I love Jack Burton's reaction to that. Like, what? What the hell? Trying to be an action hero is in the wrong movie. No, no. There she goes.
Immortal Remus is saying, even though Hollywood was lacking in horror in the 90s, there was still world horror cinema. Yeah. I think
Oh yeah, for
Audition,
sure.
Audition from Japan was a 90s horror as well.
Ooh, yes, it was.
And Alex is
That
saying,
movie.
90s movies in general seem to be a balance between tentpole titles and independent productions. Direct to video still going strong too. And he's asking, do you feel that the genre like horror kept that template or not?
That's a question we hope to answer.
90s is a weird one. By the way, Mad Matt 42's just posted a cover art from Mannequin
Yeah.
with now that Mannequin is an odd movie. We should do a watch party for Mannequin because that is like weird.
You have to ask Andrew. He's the be all and end all. Yeah, Kiskaloo's saying that this is not Escape from New York, Jack. You damn right.
This is making me want to eat Chinese food.
Right? Oh, my wife and I watched like Legally Blonde before this, and they were eating Chinese food and that. Now I'm hungry for it. Egg Shen. I love Egg Shen. He's like my favorite Obi-Wan stand-in. They've done a big, like, giant board game recently, like I think in the last like 3 or 4 years, just before COVID, of Big Trouble in Little China. And I've got this kick-started board game thing. It is so complicated, but it is so much fun.
Mannequin, does Mannequin count as sci-fi or maybe Legends? Oh yeah, so I wanted to mention In Search of Legends is still happening, but the way we've got our plan for 2023, we've had to push In Search of Legends back to 2024. I know that sounds like a long time, but it won't be too long.
Needs more time in the oven.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. David Mays is
Yeah.
posting the board game. That's it. A lot of fun to play. If you have the chance, I'd suggest it.
David, of course, got that amazing In Search of Darkness little boy tattoo.
Oh,
I think we should refer to the little boy in the original In Search of Darkness poster, which is on your left, Dominic, on your thing. I think we should call that little boy David out of respect for David Mays, who got the tattoo.
yeah, why not? Kiss Kalu plays Overwatch. My wife and I also play Overwatch all the time. I think she's actually currently playing it while we're doing the watch party. And he's played with people called Egg Shen and Jack Burton. The love of this
Is
film
Al
is
Leong in
strong,
this?
potentially.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, again, Jack accidentally just wanders into. Yeah, there he is. Accidentally wanders into a fight scene that's already happening.
Immortal Remus is asking, it seems we've been waiting a while for the funding posts to go up for Legends and Aliens Expanded. Any word on when? Yes, Immortal Remus, I've got a word on when. So, Aliens Expanded begins crowdfunding September 6th, which is just over a week away. And In Search of Legends will go into crowdfunding in 2024, which sounds like a long way away, but it's because we've got In Search of Tomorrow Part 2. Did I say that? And In Search of Darkness 90s and some other stuff as well. So 2023 is a really big year for us. I love this movie. This is such a wicked movie.
Like I said, the world is so thought out and it's so fantastical. And like
He does
was
action
it Icy
sequences
Matty?
so well, John Carpenter, doesn't he? Just
He does. He does fantastic action sequences. But yeah, Icy Matty brought up that it was Mortal Kombat
I get
before
Icy
Mortal
Matty
Kombat.
gets married in 2024. Well, look, there's two things to look forward to now, Matty.
Yep.
Yeah, James, if that's what you want, because we're going to do a fan consultation for In Search of Tomorrow Part 2, put it on the list. We'll make it happen.
So keep an eye on the socials and sign up to our newsletter to get all of the updates possible.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, it is Al
Only
Leong, is
Jack
there? So Al
pulls.
Leong
Yeah,
appears in Search of the
everything.
Last Action Heroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like David says, only Jack brings a knife to a gunfight. He hears gunshots, he just pulls his knife out. Love it.
Thanks so much, Sharon.
A Chinese stand-up. A what?
It's so cool.
It is. And if anyone has any doubt, which I don't think any Mortal Kombat fans do have doubt, I met Ed Boon at E3 one time and confirmed that Raiden is totally ripped off from this.
You know what's funny, right? So, for those of you that are into gaming, we've got our FPS first person shooter documentary coming out next year. And they're in post production, and the stuff we're seeing is amazing. But the director of that is writing a book on Mortal Kombat, which he successfully crowdfunded. So if that's your jam, check it out.
The Al Young death
Yeah.
reel. I wonder who has died the most cinematically.
Well, David has just posted the Al Leong death reel.
Exactly. He's probably got a high death count.
Has David been on a watch party? I think David should appear on a watch party with us if you're up for it, David. And he
Definitely
can
get in
show off his
touch.
tattoo.
Yes. They are really well choreographed fight scenes.
They are like he's such a brilliant. I mean, John Carpenter. I remember when we landed him for In Search of Darkness, he
I
was like the
know.
white whale.
He
And
was.
I was just like beyond excited. I was like, this is really happening. And he was fantastic. Oh, this is the best thing ever. Oh, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, when the three
Like,
storms,
like that
what
when
are
he
they
does it. He
called?
goes, and I love these effects.
They're so 80s, aren't
It's
they? It's
so
just like a
good.
lot of
I
smoke
was
and
a kid
mirrors.
when I watched this, and I loved it, and I love it now. I like it when he does the knives, and they go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just start spinning.
yeah.
it's it's weirdly intimidating, but it shouldn't be.
And you can't really see him with the yeah.
Yeah, the lightning guy was always my favorite dude.
Yeah, this is epic.
Wind, rain, and lightning. Oh, it's silly, but it's so fun.
Yeah, Immortal Remus is saying 80s effects look far more real than a lot of today's CGI. This is why these movies are classics. This is yeah, I want to do that thing with the knives.
What? Do an awkward front flip and
Yeah.
throw the knife. The back scratches of
Yeah,
doom.
yeah. Oh, low pan. Oh. That's a strong look.
hmm The one thing I really do love about these as well, the way that bodies just fall down, even in that fight scene, when people were like chopping each other, the bodies would fall totally limp like a sack of potatoes. And it adds a lot of weight to the fights. Don't look, Jack. I already did. Oh, he's useless. I love him.
I feel like I should be giving you some Big Trouble in Little China
Trivia.
trivia. This is why we need Carla, because Carla's way better
Carla's,
organized than us.
yeah, yeah.
We would
I
have this
just
all
talk
sorted
about
out.
my nostalgia for the film.
Love you, Carla, if you're watching. Um, Apparently, Kurt Russell confessed on the DVD commentary that he was afraid of starring in the movie because he made a string of movies that flopped at the box office.
That string continued. Unfortunately, it was a pretty big box office flop. Oh god. Oh god, landing on that mattress.
Love
Lopan
the
was also the
music at the end
inspiration
of
for
it.
Shang Tsung as well. Yep, you're too right, Edward the Black Prince. The movie is supposed to be getting a remake. It's gone through many phases. I believe Dwayne the Rock Johnson initially was on board to.
Are they doing a
Uh,
remake?
it's in production hell right now.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not as
It
well.
doesn't need a re. It doesn't need a remake.
It doesn't. And you can't capture the same essence of Jack Burton that Kurt Russell
There'll
does.
never be another Jack Burton
No. I think Dwayne even
with
said,
Chris Pratt. Yeah,
oh, God, no.
you know what, right? Like, talking of remakes. So you've got the thing, from outer space, or whatever it's called, the original, which my dad really loves, and then you've got John Carpenter's The Thing, which I really love, and then they did the 2011 thing.
Wasn't a remake, though. It was a prequel.
Yeah, yeah, okay. It wasn't it? I like the two. I like the remake of The Thing, but I just think it's pointless.
It is pointless. And they The fact that they went through all the trouble of doing the practical effects and then they
Change the
went over it
mind.
with CG.
Yeah, it would
Oh,
have been the producers going, right, well,
for sure. I believe friend of the family, Tom Woodruff Jr. worked on it as well.
oh.
If Andrew were here, he'd be talking about the robe, the silk robe. I believe he said he had one back in the day.
This was the last studio film that John Carpenter worked on at the end of the 1980s.
He was sick of
Due to
them.
various problems he experienced during the production of the film with then
Mm-hmm.
studio head Lawrence Gordon, who constantly interfered with the film up until its release date. Carpenter's two follow-ups was Prince of Darkness and then
Mm-hmm.
They Live, and they were made independently.
And at least They Live, phenomenal success, despite the very limited release. Oh, but
The Thing
Prince of
from Another
Darkness is
World is
great.
really good. Yeah, it is. It is. Apart from when you see the monster at the end, because it's just a dude.
It
Goes like
is.
this. I
But
actually bought the book, the novel that the original was based on, but I never got around to reading it.
the thing,
The Thing from Another
goes
World, the novella, because it was based on a book.
who goes there? I want to
Who
say
goes there? That's right. Prince of Darkness is an underrated treasure. Have we done a Prince of Darkness watch party?
I cannot recall.
I'd love to. I'd watch that again.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I wish I could have his confidence. Jack, I I need more Jack Burton in my life. I do love that Gracie Law is
She's
essentially
got
a
green
Scooby Doo
eyes.
protagonist.
As a fan of, yeah, Kiskaloo saying, as a fan of quantum physics, Prince of Darkness has a special place in my heart.
We could all use a bit of Jack in our lives, Sharon. You're right. We all
Hey,
could.
is anyone excited about Halloween? And I'm not talking about the
The movie,
new
but the
movie. I'm talking
in-season.
about like generally like October watching horror movies.
Where's the
I
Halloween
am.
decorations my wife has already purchased? They're somewhere around here. Yeah, I think I legally have to
There's
get
actually, you can
Chinese
really tell
food
there's
after
good
this.
chemistry between Kurt Russell and Kim Cattrall here. It's
Oh,
very
for sure.
believable.
Oh my god, that transition. The iris opening. I haven't seen transitions like that since Star Wars. Oh,
Have we got any more questions or chat from the watch party peeps?
Immortal Rumus is saying Halloween is their favorite holiday, and I totally agree.
For
The
those of
perfect
you
holiday.
that are near London, the Prince Charles Cinema is doing loads of amazing. They're doing like an 80s horror night. They do loads of classic movies. So I'm going to be going up there a bit, I think.
Lizard Man is saying
Apparently, in this
that.
brothel scene,
Go on.
Kurt Russell had a fever in real life, and so
Yeah,
when
you
you
can
see him
see it.
sweating, it's real.
Jack is like a chameleon, says Lizard Man. He morphs into a total yuppie, square perfectly. He does. Look at him. Look at that tie. Oh god, that mustard shirt. Henry Swanson. Can I morph into a
I
yuppie the
might, yeah,
same
more
way?
to it. I might visit one of those Prince Charles. They're fantastic. I went to a Paul Verhoeven marathon at the Prince Charles, and it was amazing. It really was. It's just, and because you're in a shared environment, a little bit like this. That's what makes watch parties. All of us getting together and geeking out about these movies. But when you do it in a cinema, it's like elevated.
Just missing the tie. Damn, didn't bring it with me. I only have my prop glasses. That's all I have with me. But yeah, a shared experience, coming together and watching a movie that most of us have seen 100,000 times, and just sharing in each other's
Oh,
nostalgia. It's great.
oh wow. Ah, James is off to see the Wrath of Khan next week. Yeah, they don't. So, Nicholas Meyer's Wrath of Khan's getting a re-release.
It is.
Have they
Oh,
added any new scenes to it, or is it like a director's cut? Or is it just have they just
I
like
think
sort of restored it?
I think they're showing the director's cut, and I think it's just yeah, a
Oh, these
restoration that they're
guys are
showing.
so cool.
But it's coming to the screens. I think it's the anniversary, Sharon,
It's
for
the
Wrath of Khan.
anniversary. If you follow Nicholas Meyer on Twitter, he's talking about it a lot.
Fathom Events, 40th anniversary.
Oh, great movie. I went to see just before the pandemic, literally just before the pandemic. I went to see William Shatner it live in London, and he hosted a screening of Wrath of Khan, and that was the last time I watched it.
This whole movie,
It just rocks.
how so we're 32 minutes in. This film just trains on by. Like I said, it doesn't stop for a moment.
No, and it's a tight. It's like 90 minutes, isn't it?
Oh
Really,
yeah.
well, 90 like 100 minutes. James, talking of Star Trek, James is saying that he went to see the motion picture last week because they've restored that and put it out.
Mm-hmm.
I I really like that movie.
It's a bit of a slow burn.
Hey,
De- Definitely
because
when you
I'm with
double marathon it.
friends, because I'm with friends, shall I talk about a new project that's in development?
Why not? Is this project I'm aware of, or are you going to
Do you
surprise
know
me as
what?
well?
I need to do a better job. I need to do a better job. If you're not aware of it, then I need to do better. All right. Watch his face.
I may not be aware of it. This might be something I'm totally unaware of. Oh, okay. I am aware of this one.
That's the clue. That's the
Mm.
clue to a new project I'm working on. And there, if it all goes well, there'll be a fan consultation in December and January.
See, this is why Robin doesn't come on many watch parties. He gives away all of our secrets.
Can I ask you a question? Right? Do you so like you know Big Trouble in Little China is a great movie. It's a good movie. There's nothing bad about it. Wrath of Khan is a great movie. There's nothing bad about it. But I love um, good bad movies, and I love bad movies sometimes as well. And I think the way I'm approaching like good bad movies is there's something beautiful about broken things, and that's the kind of vibe. And I want to share something with you as well. I've gone completely off topic. This is why I shouldn't be invited onto watch parties, right? But I'm going to share something with you, uh, and I can't share it
Yeah,
with you.
good bad flicks would be a perfect
Well, no,
name
yeah.
for
So I'm
Wasn't
working with
Taken.
Cecil and I'm working with Brandon Tenold on a project which will be revealed in the next few months. I wanted to share. I'm not a big physical media collector, but I bought a very limited um uh limited edition of this German version of Bad Taste, Peter Jackson's Bad Taste, and it's so good. And I
Mad
don't know
Matt
where I put
showing
it.
off the poster for the best worst movie. That's the documentary about Troll 2, isn't it?
Ah, the best worst movie. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Mad Matt, do you have a link
They're eating
somewhere?
her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh
So
my
Edward the Black
god.
Prince has asked me, so you just like movies, Robin?
Good movies, bad movies. I'm the movie with a gun. Wait, it's the wrong movie.
Yeah, I like movies that I don't know why. I don't know what I like.
Do you have a favorite so bad it's good movie?
No, I don't think so. I
Extro
yeah,
doesn't count. That's a good movie.
no, I've got
Super Mario Bros. Doesn't count. That's a good movie too. Okay, Plan 9 from Outer Space. I'll give you that one. That's fun.
yeah. So James Hellier, Media Book Ahoy. Yeah, it's a media book. It's fantastic. I thought I had it in the office. I've obviously taken it back into the house, but I will show it to you another time. But I treasure it. So there's something about Peter Jackson's Bad Taste that I love. I think it's a great little film,
Oh,
but
it's a
it's
good
more than
movie.
that. It's about um, where ideas can take you, you know, from like the middle of nowhere in New Zealand and a movie that took him 4 years to make to being like one of the world's most famous active directors and a billionaire. Like it's crazy.
Without bad taste, we wouldn't have Lord of the Rings,
You know?
the trilogy of films
And
at
obviously
least.
The Frighteners is a 90s horror movie, which
Yeah.
we'll be covering in Search of Darkness 90s, I expect.
Oh, not them.
I like, yeah, James is saying I like movies that try to be more than they are. So Life Force, plan, yeah, like like really great bad movies. I don't think are cynical. I think they have something like you can like the creators. Their intent was honorable. Those are the best good bad movies.
Oh, for certain. Absolutely for certain.
How yeah, so my favorite all-time bad movie, but it's just a great child favorite and just a good movie, is Howard the Duck. Honestly,
Oh,
I never got that. And then the whole thing about like the duck condom thing, it's just a bit icky. So, but I feel like
Icy Matty.
we honored it in Search of Tomorrow.
Robot Jocks is a good movie, damn
Robot,
it.
yeah, no, Robot Jocks. That's what I'm talking about. But that's Stuart Gordon.
Stuart Gordon knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Knew what he was doing. Rest in peace. One of my favorite directors.
Birdemic, Miami Connection, Hard Ticket. Yep, Gary, you
Hard,
are pressing
Hard
all
Ticket
the
to
right
Hawaii
buttons, my
is
friend.
beautiful.
Can I just say as well, this is written by my friend Rob Hill, who has a YouTube channel which is phenomenal. And if you go onto YouTube and you type the Bad Movie Bible, watch some of the stuff that he's put together. It's like some of the best YouTube videos I've watched in years. If you know what, I'll link to it. Because he's coming to join us on a watch party. I think was he doing Terminator 2?
I honestly can't remember because everything after next week, Andrew's
Oh,
handling.
back.
I can let
Okay.
my brain rest. I'm
Okay.
the
So
pilot
I'm going to
of
post
the
this.
vehicle.
I'm posting this in the Watch Party Discord chat. But check out this guy's channel, Rob Hill, like phenomenal creator, the author of this book and all
T2
our
is not next
not
week,
next
Mr.
week.
Furzal. That is the week following. I wouldn't want to swim in a pool full of dead bodies just saying, then don't star in a film directed by Toby Hooper, another one of my favorites, and produced by Steven Spielberg. Am I right? Mad Matt has it. E.T. is next week.
Eat. Oh no! Guess what? I'm going to watch on Sunday morning. I'm going to watch ET at the IMAX.
I did that with my wife and my dad and brother a few
I'm
weeks
taking my
ago.
6-year-old daughter. She saw it when she was about 3, but she doesn't really remember it. To watch it at IMAX, like I'm almost 100% guaranteed to be in tears at some point with that
I
movie.
wept.
It's such a great movie.
This shot looks like a Mortal Kombat arena. Dean Kunde, man, like
It's just this look. This
every
looks.
frame is a piece of art. And the sound design with Carpenter's really subtle music, it adds layers of eerie mysticism to a door opening. Masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. A lot of talk recently with cinema is subverting expectations. This is how you do it. This is how you subvert expectations. You have it just be slightly off, slightly cynical, so that you're in on the joke. It doesn't trick the audience. It brings the audience along to laugh with them. Having Jack Burton be the atypical action hero and basically useless in the entire film, it's it's fun, but he's not unlikable. He's not a villain in any way. He is a hero, just not the hero for the film. Amazing. Yeah, the age makeup is
Good.
incredible.
It's convincing.
It's convincing, and I'm pretty sure he looks better now. Yeah, he looks amazing still at the moment. James Hong. Way better than this, anyway. Shout out to anyone who
He's
loves the
so
old
good.
Godzilla
Like
movies
the
for Sharon.
casting in this movie is spot on, and all the performances. There's not one bad performance.
Not a single person's misplaced. But yeah, Sharon, the old Godzilla movies from 50s and 60s. Oh man.
Sharon, my dad's a massive fan of those, and he introduced me to a lot of them. I find something. I went. I've just come back from holiday on Friday, and when I was away, I watched the original Fly and the Fly Part Two. And it's
Oh yeah.
interesting because the Fly Part Two is in black and white, but the original Fly, is in color. The Lizard Man. Now this really pisses me off. I love that. I love that line.
Jack Burton is infinitely quotable in this film. And they're so
What's YouTube
universal.
saying? The best thing about Howard the Duck was Leah Thompson. Yeah.
Agreed. Can we add later Carpenter movies for watch parties? Like Vampires or Ghosts of
Yeah. Well,
Mars?
is vampires the 90s
90s.
or is it
Yeah.
the noughties?
I believe it's 90s. I'll have to look
Yeah.
that
Well,
up
then it
because
will be definitely be in
This is
I
officially the
must
most
revisit
thought
Vampires.
I've given to vampires since I initially
90s, yeah,
watched
it's
it.
90s. 1998. Okay.
Jack's good old knife.
Also, I love those suits.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. The purple pinstripes. Mm. If I remember correctly as well, the I don't think any of the storms spoke English at all. I think they had to learn their lines like phonetically.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Oh, I threw away a perfectly good cigar. Shout out to the fly. I just love how there's like barely clothed skeletons just resting in the room with them. I am realizing how much of this film is in the DNA of Mortal Kombat. Good God, yeah, everything looks like either a Mortal Kombat area where you fight an arena, or it's just outright lifted, stolen.
I've forgotten how much I love watch parties. It's so cool being with all of you doing this now. It's such a brilliant indulgence.
It is an indulgence. It is a lot of fun.
It's just quality. Like everything is just such beautiful colors. The color palette is so orange and
And like James Hillier said in the chats, Carpenter shoots so much in the dark and yet
I
makes it
love it
so
when he gets
visible.
big and he blows
Oh
himself up.
yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "Rrr."
Ah, the Apocalypse trilogy, The
Yeah.
Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. Oh, we have to do the In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, nice try, Jack.
And I believe this scene where he's falling is Kurt Russell's genuine reaction because he didn't realize how fast he'd be going. Come on, Jack. Come on. Those muscles aren't just for show. Oh, yeah, this scene where they swap the guns. I love it.
Oh yeah, this is so good. Oh,
This is such a decadent office.
yeah.
Why isn't your office like this,
He's
Robin? Why
such
don't
an
you have like
imposing
gold crusted chairs and
he's
stuff?
such an imposing character.
Even though he's in a wheelchair at the moment.
Yeah, and he floats and through walls and stuff.
Oh, that long nail. Oh God. That effect is gorgeous. skull effect. Have you ever seen Mystery Men? I think that's
No, I
a
haven't.
90s or early 2000s like superhero film with
There's a
Ben
man is
Stiller.
saying he misses effects like this so much. So do I. They
Yeah,
don't take you out of the story.
they're simple. They weren't simple to do, of course. Back then, it made up a lot of the budget, but they're believable in this world, and they feel ethereal, otherworldly. And yeah, it's simple to say with hindsight, oh, it's goofy, it doesn't look realistic, but it does. Come on. And it makes you believe what's happening. Oh, James Hellier, I do include Elvis. Kurt Russell's always going to be my Elvis. It's clear. Way to go, Wang.
The other thing that I love about this movie is you have a real sense of the geography. It all feels like it's happening in one place.
And you know exactly, and you know where they're going. Like you said, it has geography, very believable geography. They go from one room to another, or they use an elevator to go up or down, and you can map it out in your head. Simple establishing shots like that, showing that they're going up. If they didn't have it in, you could easily get lost. Ever the reporter. Yeah, Mystery Men. The reason I brought up Mystery Men was because the villain, great actor, name totally escaping me right now, has a very long pinky fingernail. And I
Is
believe
that
that's his patented weapon of choice. Your soul speed with his to the hell of the holy dragon.
it's such a cool movie.
With so many cool lines, and it's got like boss fights and everything. It feels like a
See you later,
video
Icy
game.
Maddie. Take care, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Casanova Frankenstein.
I want to be talking about the movie, but I'm just enjoying watching it.
That's what me and Andrew often go through, where we're just like, yeah, this is a good movie. We need to be talking more. How can I watch the
Darren
movie when
saying,
the
"How can I
discussion
watch the
is so good?
movie?" Yeah, when the discussion is so good.
40% product placement, 40% talking about other films, the rest, big trouble. Jack is a locksmith. I mean, it worked.
Good bad movies. RoboCop 3. RoboCop 3 is a good bad movie.
No, it's an
No,
abomination.
right? It's hear me out. This is hear me out, right? It's got Shane Black in it, and RoboCop's got a jetpack.
I was about to say, Jetpack is the only thing. I haven't seen RoboCop 3 since I was a kid.
I had my friend came over and I had the outdoor cinema on and the fire pit. And we watched it and it was so much fun.
If the video game is better than the movie and the video game came out after, there's something wrong.
I think the guy, I don't know who it is. You should like if you watch RoboCop 3 um and don't have any expectations. It's quite a good that's a good bad movie. Also, the guy who played RoboCop, there's big shoes to fill after Peter Weller. He did okay, but he wasn't.
He's no Peter Weller. I I love this scene, how Gracie's just asking everyone specific questions and then just pushing them along. These poor people getting strangled by Gracie.
RoboCop 3, good ideas, bad execution. Isn't that the definition of a good bad movie?
No. Well, it's part of it. It's in the DNA. You have to mess up tremendously. Troll 2 may be one of the most ultimate, so bad they're good movies. But everything is just so wrong about that film.
No,
The acting, the line
watched it. I
delivery.
watched it again this year, and because I was in the mood for like a good bad movie, it kind of fitted that bill, and I
Have you ever
enjoyed
seen
it.
Hotline Miami?
No, I haven't. There's a whole bunch. I haven't seen Birdemic either.
Birdemic, because it's in the 2000s range, has a lot of bad special effects, and that's where all the fun comes from. But Hotline Miami, Hotline Miami is great. It's incredibly fun, and it becomes so nightmarishly violent at the end. It comes out of nowhere, much like this scene here, where
Oh, oh, wicked.
again you subvert those expectations.
Has anyone seen the New York Ninja?
I've seen so many ninja movies. Miami Connection, sorry, not Hotline Miami. Miami Connection. Thank you, Mr. Fuzzle. That's the movie I'm talking about. Jack may be an action hero in the wrong film, but he's heroic, damn it. He has the hero's soul.
Young. Oh, New York Ninja. I haven't seen it. I hope it's good.
I may have seen New York Ninja. I went through a huge ninja kick
No, but it was
in
never
my
released.
youth,
It's only been released like last year.
in which case I haven't seen it
No,
at
it's sat
all.
on the shelf, and then they managed to find it, and it had no sound, so they got like Leanna Quigley and a whole bunch of people to come in and do sound for it.
Perfect. I need to give that a watch then. I might be thinking of Ninja 3, which is this weird demonic possession movie. Oh, the this monster, this furry beast. Do you think this has a From Dusk Till Dawn moment where it's one movie and then all of a sudden fantasy just
Okay,
gets
well, let
involved?
me flip it. Do you think this movie influenced From Dusk Till Dawn? And I watched that recently, From Dusk Till Dawn, again as part of the '90s stuff. And it's familiar. Like you can see the connection.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Big Trouble in Little China is kind of like this not secret, isn't it? There's so many films where you can see the influence,
Yeah.
like I've said with Bullet Train, like you've said with From Dusk Till Dawn, and then there's Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I love the monster.
Yeah, he's amazing. Frag Lord, you do need
Because
to
I
see
haven't been paying
Ninja
attention.
3
Have we had the
Domination.
little like green, like the floaty thing yet?
The eyeball, not yet. No,
Not
he
yet.
pops in
Okay,
way
cool, cool,
later.
cool.
The beholder that's not really a beholder.
Yeah, Eye of the Beholder. Yeah. So cool.
It'd be just another day in Birmingham. Secret tunnels, dodgy furry creatures just kidnapping you. Yeah, it's just like Birmingham. Fluffy.
Yeah. Oh,
Again, Mortal Kombat. This looks just like an arena from Mortal Kombat. I'm curious about the decorated skulls, though. Oh, Harry and the Hendersons.
Sharon says Dust Till Dawn has such a darker overtone. This movie is like a fun Goonies adult adventure with weird creatures.
That's for sure. It does have a darker overtone, but having a vampire band play instruments made out of body parts is just too goofy for me to take seriously. I love From Dusk Till Dawn. Great film. Tell him, Gracie. Deadpan, low pan jokes. Oh, madman. I told you. While I'm here, the puns will flow like wine.
Yeah, Fraglord saying it reminds me a bit of Golden Child. Yeah.
Didn't these
See,
compete? Like,
Golden Child is not a good movie, but it's got fun. I remember it fondly.
even that musical sting just then, that sounds like Mortal Kombat. Poor Eddie. One of the playable characters in the board game, by the way.
Love Game Control.
Oh, yeah.
Grin
Music
Raptor
video.
saying, did anyone watch the music video Carpenter did for the title song? If someone can find it, do post it on Discord. I've never seen it. I'd love to watch it.
Right, John Carpenter. Well, he's not the type. He's very easygoing, John, from what I understand.
Is anyone excited about the new Avatar?
It's been a while, but I have yet to have a bad time with the James Cameron movie. So I'm interested to see it because I want to see if he's capable of making something that's crap. I, I have no expectations, so we will see. Looking back, Avatar itself, definitely not his best movie. His first movie is fine. Well, the first Avatar movie is fine. It was visually impressive, and I'm looking forward to being impressed. But we'll see if that actually happens or not. And that's probably the most fence-sitting answer I could possibly give.
Avatar was terrible. Dances with Wolves with aliens.
It is.
Oh, James. I
It
really
is
like
Dances with
Avatar.
Wolves with
I went to
Aliens, but
see it in Leicester Square and it was like one of the 3D cinemas. This is 2009, I think, when it came out. I quite enjoyed it. I've got it on Blu-ray.
I enjoy the film, but like I said, nowhere near his best. It's no
Yeah,
TT.
Immortal Remus is saying both Titanic and Avatar were the first two James Cameron films I hated. See, the only one that I don't really love is True Lies. I
Whoa,
I know,
get
like,
out.
hey, it's subjective, right? Don't judge me, but I love Titanic, and I really enjoyed um uh uh and I love Avatar. Actually, I enjoyed it.
True Lies is a classic. Released the
I'm
4K
not saying
version,
True Lies
James.
isn't awesome. I'm saying that I didn't find it awesome.
That's
Maybe I need
fair
to revisit it. I don't know.
for sure. The Abyss. I really enjoy The Abyss.
Oh,
Ghostbusters fire poles. Yeah. How has anyone actually slid down a fire pole?
yeah, Piranha 2 wasn't good, but technically, I think he got fired from that. I love the choreography in this scene.
I think I have seen Piranha 2. Oh yeah, the choreography here is great. Ow.
And like the editing as well, they've slowed him down.
It is refreshing that we all have movies that we like and don't like. Sharon's correct. We're having a pleasant discussion about movies that we enjoy and we don't enjoy as much. Civilly. I did tell Robin to get out, that's true, but it was in jest.
Yeah. I love The Abyss. I went to see The Abyss at the cinema a couple of years ago, and it's just beautiful.
I believe both Gracie and Meow Lin have contacts in to make their eyes green. And again, here with a random subterranean monster that probably belongs in Tremors, just takes someone, and no one really talks about it. They're just, oh, yep, that thing exists. Ignore it. We can keep on going. I do want to see more of this under this subterranean San Francisco. Over the top noises, the
Yeah, I love it.
swooshing. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Yeah, I love this bit.
Fantastic. It is a weird ceremony, though. You got to ask the
Yeah.
question: what the? How did they figure out how to do this? Must be written in some book
Oh, I
somewhere.
would have loved Cameron to do Terminator 3. Oh, I really did not like Terminator 3.
There were few that did.
Who came up with this sequence? It's like a proper bonkers sequence. Like, what is going on here?
I believe a touch of narcotics will
Does
probably
any yeah,
do with this scene.
Edwards asked, does anybody like Terminator after 2? I didn't mind Terminator Salvation, but it didn't really feel like a Terminator movie to me.
Yeah, Dark Fate killed the franchise. Dark Fate made
I didn't
me
like Dark Fate. I went to cinema.
violently angry. Lizard Man, not sure what exactly this martial arts display does for the ritual, but they seem to be getting a kick out of it at least. Exactly. They're just enjoying the ride. James Hellier liked, was it
What
T3?
Did James Hellier like Terminator 3?
Potentially. It's okay. We're all allowed to have guilty
And
pleasures.
James judged me?
There it goes. There's the Tremors creature.
I never saw the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Ah, that's actually good.
Matt Quintana, who was the absurd Terminator? Oh yeah, that's freaky when the eyes do that.
The absurd Terminator?
Matt Quintana, we need more explanation, bro.
I'm guessing that Matt's talking about the fact that the Terminator in Dark
Splitty
Fate was
split Terminator. Oh, okay. No, you're talking about that. Yeah. Okay. You get yeah. No.
after Liquid Metal. There's nowhere to go but down.
Maybe they'll do something like Prey with
Where they
Predator. Maybe
send a
someone will come
Terminator
along and
back.
do a Terminator movie that is actually good. I really enjoyed Prey. I didn't think it was some incredible film, or I just thought it was a solid movie in that world that I thoroughly enjoyed as a movie. Have you seen Prey? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let us know.
I've yet to see Prey. I need to see it.
No, Dom.
I can't bring
I
myself
am
to watch it
really
yet.
surprised.
You know what I would love to see? More
Predator 2
of
watch party, please. Yep, coming up.
Oh, I do love Predator 2. I do love Predator 2.
Bragg Lord is saying Prey was good. First hour, not so much. Do you know what? I really enjoyed the first hour. I had a friend come over and we just like watched it, and it was like it was just felt like a good movie. That's all it needed to be was a good movie.
Edward the Black Prince, I somewhat agree with you. Yeah, there's been many failures. Only a dream can kill a dream. I like to think in my own head canon, Egg Shen went to become a professor of physics and starred then in Prince of Darkness. It's his goal to kill evil.
Lizard Man said, "If only a dream can kill a dream, maybe we should ask Morpheus for help."
I haven't seen Sandman yet either, but I read the book back in the
When
day.
you think about the whole set design is phenomenal, no CGI. This looks epic. How good does this movie look?
It does. It looks
It looks
fantastic.
fantastic with all the neon and so 80s, but like the best of 80s.
Admittedly, having an underground like neon like nightclub.
Sharon's making a really good point here. Sharon said sometimes a successful franchise just needs to come to an end. It doesn't need to go on to forever. Like I agree, but you know, oh, I love this bit.
All right, Sharon, you've convinced us. We'll stop making movies.
Remakes or
In Search of
prequels.
Darkness, the remake.
Yeah,
Here's the eyeball.
I love this. It's so good. It still looks good.
It's a beholder from D&D
Yeah,
or a
it's
cacodemon from
Eye of the
Doom.
Beholder. Look at that. It's so good. It looks so good.
The Guardian. He does have fantastic nails, apart from his pinky. That one needs a bit trimming. At this point, Jack's just pointing
Yeah.
out all the weird crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this looks amazing. This set looks so good and good.
It's giving me strong Flash Gordon vibes.
Yeah.
I think because the set is, like you said, extravagant and bright.
I love all this bit.
Does he have a craps table there? Oh no, no, it's just a poker table.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Underground elevator.
Oh
Not
wow, here
elevator.
you go.
Oh God, there he is.
Huge buzz.
All right, cocktail of choice. You're going into hell to fight some nasties. What's your last drink, Robin? Oh, you don't drink, do you? Not often.
I did. I went out to see one of my favorite groups in London last night, and I had some drinks. I went to see a group called Boy Harsher. Uh, who've actually got a short film on Shudder called The Runner,
Oh,
um, and they were fantastic. But I had a few drinks. I had a few whiskey and diet cokes.
it's fair. That's fair. That usually is my beverage of choice as well, on account of being diabetic. Lizard Man says a root beer float for them.
Love root beer.
Come on, everybody, give me your drink of choice
I
to
love
go and
this. I love the energy in this scene.
bourbon. Nice.
James, I'm really sorry to disappoint you, bro. Don't hold true lies against me. I
I'm
feel
kind of
kind of
invincible.
invincible.
Yeah, this is the crack scene. Yeah. Yep, and the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles mimics this scene for sure. Michael Bay steals all of my ideas because after he did Transformers, I murmured to myself, "What is he going to do? Ninja Turtles next?" And lo and behold, and then I mentioned Power Rangers, and I think he was involved in the Power Rangers remake as well. Once again, we find ourselves quiet, just watching the film. This needle scene, like the way he places it
Oh,
in the wrist, it's like, ow.
it's working. Oh,
Oh, David, you may have just given me my new favorite beverage. What is that? Guten Carolus, whiskey infused. If you want to try Belgian beer, Belgian
I love
style
this bit.
ales. It's working. Yeah, the actress flinched because she was stabbed. Yeah. Oh, Jack, you tried, buddy.
Yep. Like the cinematography and direction and everything's so cool here. I just love this.
The
It's just so
music as
much fun.
well. Oh, he rolled a 0 on that dex check. Yep. He had advantage as well because of the drink.
James Hellier saying pan and scan would have killed this in the days of VHS, but we didn't know any better. As kids with the we just thought this was the movie.
Very similar wedding moment. Yeah. It won't hurt, but it kind of does.
Oh,
Bam. Egg Shen, you beautiful bastard.
oh, that's so good.
Oh yeah, Lo Pan's weird. His magic spell casting.
Oh, I love this.
How he accidents his way to victory.
Oh, I love this bit. Like computer games.
Exactly right. Oh yeah, the eyebrows. Oh, sorry. He crosses his pinkies and he dances with his thumbs. I thought it was the other way around.
I'll tell you what was good about RoboCop 3, and it was the ninja robots at the end. The ninja robots at the end were amazing.
Ninja robots in a RoboCop film. My
Yeah,
God.
and there's two of them, and they're really good. And he decapitates them, I think. I don't want to hear any more about RoboCop 3 being a bad movie. It's got ninja robots and like jetpacks. Okay, what do you people want?
That sounds like a cartoon. It sounds like the Ninja Turtles. Oh, ninja robots. We need more of those. Get him, Wang. It's all on the reflexes, Jack Burton style.
Oh, I love it.
And Gracie doesn't need saving. She rescued herself, pretty much. Look what you've done, Robin. You're starting to make RoboCop 3 fans come out of the woodwork.
We're gonna get let's get RoboCop 3 trending.
No.
All right.
No, keep it in the ground where it belongs.
Immortal Remus is saying, would it have been better in RoboCop 3 if one of the Japanese robots was the same height as Kane from RoboCop 2 and looked like a Japanese Gundam robot? Yes, it would have been cool. Where were you when they were writing that? RoboCop 3 Watch Party. James, if you ask for it, we deliver. Okay.
If you find any pictures of my wedding, you will see that my face is smeared with lipstick, much like Jack Burton in every single scene after this. Because apparently my wife
Hi,
wore
Kenny.
the wettest lipstick she possibly could have worn. We need proof. I've got loads of wedding pictures up there. That's why I'm looking up here. I will find you proof. That was such a stressful day. The thing they don't tell you about a wedding, the husband gets all the stress and none of the help. The wife got all the help. She had everyone doting after her, and I had to
Oh,
sit
this is
there
the
and
bit. This
make
is the
sure.
bit when he blows up, isn't it? I love this.
Oh yeah, no, that's after Lopan is defeated.
Oh, is it? Okay, if I got it wrong, all
Mm-hmm.
right.
I might get the dog out to distract you. Where is
Oh,
he?
this is brilliant.
Jack Burton, me. What
I
the
love this
hell?
bit. This is so cool. Oof. So good. So good.
Ah, fantastic. And then he breaks everything, of course.
Yeah.
It's on the reflexes.
This is such a clever scene. There's so much clever stuff going on in this film.
Yeah. And
Oh,
we're set up from the beginning.
here we go.
The funny thing, my wife did wipe off the lipstick, but every time the cameraman would come by, she'd kiss me again, and I'd
Oh,
have
this is so
lipstick
good.
on me
And
again.
the effects still look amazing.
The blowing up looks a bit goofy, but it does look good. It fits with the film for sure.
It looks really good.
And this is one of the iconic images of the film, really, isn't it? The guy expanding and exploding. Oh, the bladder work. You love it. Love to see it. Does the enemy base still blow up in movies these days? I can't really remember. Like the whole, like the James Bond esque, you need to escape because everything's gonna blow up in 10 minutes thing. Like Aliens, when everything's gonna blow up in 15 minutes. Oh god, the Monty Python skit. James Haley is asking how many of John Carpenter's films were John Carpenter's best films were office box office bombs. All of his best films, probably. Then again, Halloween is one of his top for me. Very simple movie and far from a box office bomb. I love Egg Shen. Doesn't explain it. How'd you get up there? It wasn't easy. Do you know how upset I was when I found out that the physical requirement to have a Batman with a crossbow that can pull you up, the physical requirement is very impossible. It would just rip your arm clean out of its socket. So disappointed. I wish for this technology to exist.
I
When
love
in
the way the
doubt,
camera follows all the action. It's just really good.
yeah, phenomenal action director. If you want to
Like
see a
so much
masterpiece,
work's gone into all of these setups and the ideas. Like you can tell they were really into making this movie.
for sure. In terms of action movies with like phenomenal camera work, uh, George Miller's Fury Road
I
is
haven't seen that.
the best visually training film I've ever seen for action. The way that the camera pulls the eye to the left and then the scene cuts to a new scene, the action is going to be exactly where it left you, to the left. You need to watch Fury Road if you haven't seen it. Like, come on, it's amazing. Totally snubbed. It should have been the film of the year. Lizard Man's got the right idea. Dudes, come on. The guy who pays you is dead. Yeah. They are really dedicated. They work overtime. Haul and ass. Look at those two lovebirds. Utterly bored during Fury Road? It's nothing but action. Tried to call my ship in one of my D&D games the Pork Chop Express. No one understood what I was talking about. Very sad time. Time to go become a professor and defeat Satan. I'm going to use that line the next time someone asks me to go back to England. England's in the heart, and wherever I go, she's with me. Yeah, Egg Shen does have a great outlook on home. Gotta respect a man who knows he's kind of unlikable if you get too much of him. And I feel that if we did get more Big Trouble in Little China with Jack Burton, might one film works for him. I'd love to see
You got to do
more.
this, Dom. This is our new thing. We need to do
I
that.
know
Okay.
every all hands
All
meeting, we
hands
sign
meeting. We
off.
do this.
Yeah, I'd love to see more in this universe. I'd love to see more what happens around the town. Maybe Jack Burton just gets into trouble everywhere he goes, big trouble. But I don't know. I don't know. I want to know that alternate universe where we got more. Where this is a franchise. Jack Burton should be playable in Mortal Kombat. Damn right.
I love this ending. Yeah. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. That was brilliant. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're a little
Um,
ahead. I'm still finishing it off.
oh, well, you know, okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe
Give me a best shot, pal. I can take it. There it goes. There's the beastie. There are Old Man Jack comics. Yes, David, I will read them at some point in my life. But that,
great ending, Cowbot is saying. Yeah, Sharon's like, wow, that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, everyone, thanks so much for joining us. This has been a blast. It's been so much fun to hang out with you all. Aliens Expanded, which is beginning crowdfunding Tuesday, 6th of September. If you're into aliens, we really want to create something super special for you. And this has been so much fun, and we'll talk very soon. What's the plan next week, Dom? And who have we got with you?
next
Andrew's
week,
back.
Andrew's not back.
Oh, he's
Andrew
not
is not
back.
back next week. I think he comes back about Sunday, but he won't be joining me for the watch
Oh,
party,
okay. Yeah, he did
unfortunately.
say.
The special guest will yet to be seen. Uh, but next week we are watching E.T., the classic movie that
Well,
Andrew hates.
I will be watching it in the IMAX with my daughter in the morning, which I'm really excited about. So I love ET. But I wonder actually the IMAX version that I'm seeing, it will be the one where they've kind of CGI'd out the guns and turned them into walkie
Mine,
talkies.
mine wasn't. Mine had guns left in.
Really, I'll let you know. But it's just an amazing movie, ET. Like, and it doesn't matter how old you are when you watch it, you know?
It's true. It
Um,
still has the same effect.
so that'll be an amazing watch party. You've been an amazing team around us. Like, we love doing these things. It's I just want to keep it going. Dom, you should sign us out.
Oh, well, thank you everybody for joining us for this week. Big Trouble in Little China. It's got a very special place in my heart. It's one of my favorite films of all time. If you have seen it for the first time with us, why? You need to watch it alone and in the dark with mist and fog
We
everywhere.
got
It's an
this is our
incredible
sign out.
film.
This is our sign out,
Yeah.
Dom.
No, no bullshit, everyone. We'll see you next week. Stay
All right.
safe.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
And everyone will see you then for ET. Bye bye.